What's good, everybody? It's your boy Rope. So I wanted to speak on the whole Floyd Mayweather situation. There was a shooting that took place in Atlanta. One of the three vehicles that he was in was hit. I'm not sure if the vehicle that he was actually in was hit, but one of his bodyguards was shot in the leg. And from what I've heard, it's not a life-threatening injury, so thank God for that, because nobody really needs to die. But hopefully this is a wake-up call to Floyd Mayweather, because Floyd Mayweather does so much to piss so many people off. I mean, there's no telling what this shit is over, man. You know, he's got all these women around him, and you don't know for sure. I mean, how many of them women were snatched away from their man when he came around with a stack? You know what I'm saying? Now, ultimately, that's the female that's foul in the situation, but that doesn't mean that the dude is going to automatically take everything out on her. You know, a motherfucker will kill you over his woman, man. He will. It's happened too many times. And I'm a strong believer in, if you mess with a married woman, you deserve whatever you get. Even if it's death. You deserve what you get. There's too many single women out there in the world. Too many beautiful single women for you to be chasing after some married woman. Okay? Now, I'm not saying that that's what this is all over, but I'm saying that it could be a number of things. You know, Floyd Mayweather likes to floss a lot. And I remember when I was young, my mom used to always tell me, you don't need to be having your chain out everywhere. You know, you don't need to be wearing your watches everywhere. Because I love watches even still to this day. You know, I have a lot of watches and I love to wear them, man. But my mom is just not a fan of anything flashy. Like, my mom is the type of woman where she'll buy something brand new. Like, if she bought a brand new t-shirt or something like that, she wants to wash it out so that it doesn't look brand new before she puts it on. Like, that's literally how my mom is. Okay. She doesn't want anybody to think that she has anything. And when she goes shopping, she goes out of her way to cover the bags up with a plain black bag or something like that, so that nobody can see, you know, what she's bringing into the house. You know, and I never understood it when I was young, but now I kind of understand, you know, just remembering the things that she used to tell me, why she went out of her way to do all of that type of stuff. You know, there's broke people out there, people going through tough times, that don't want to see you flashing in their face all the time. And Floyd Mayweather has had money for too long to still be doing this. Okay. We don't need to hear about how much money you made. If somebody really wants to know, they could just do a Google search. You don't need to be on the internet flossing and saying how much your watch costs, how much your cars cost, and all of that. Because the richest people in the world don't even do that shit. You know what I'm saying? I expect that from somebody who just came across money and who wants to enjoy it and floss a little bit. You've been rich for too long, man. Like, let it go already. Broke motherfuckers don't want to see all your shit. Like me, I don't care, because I can celebrate the success of somebody else, because I don't really want what they have. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants money. Everybody wants nice things, but I don't want to hate on somebody else because they got it and I don't. You know what I'm saying? Only thing I can do is figure out, if I see somebody with a watch that I want, the only thing that I could do is say, hey, I want that watch. I'm going to do what I got to do to be able to buy that. You know what I'm saying? If I really want it that bad. You know what I'm saying? But everybody ain't like that. Some people out there, they're going to say, I'm going to take that watch from that motherfucker. You know, or I'm going to kill that motherfucker just because he's flashing and he's fresh. You know what I mean? There's haters out there like that. That's the reality of the world that we live in. You know, people, you know, there's some people out there, they don't even want to rob you. They just want to kill you because you're successful. All right. So hopefully Floyd Mayweather can understand this. You're in your 40s now, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, get over this whole flossing shit, man. You look at, I mean, he's not the richest man in the world, and you look at people who have money and they don't even talk about it, man. Floyd Mayweather needs to try to become a little bit more private, man, and keep people out of his business, which is impossible for him to do because he has too many unnecessary people around him all the time, man. You know, and maybe that could be the reason that all of this happened as well. You know, you never know. Like I say, it could be a number of things, but Floyd Mayweather needs to get rid of some of those women that are around. Okay, he's not Hugh Hefner. Okay, Hugh Hefner was a white man. Okay, and that does matter. All right. Hugh Hefner didn't have a whole bunch of people around him that was going to set him up to get robbed or anything like that. There was a certain type of people that he had around him, and Floyd Mayweather doesn't have that. I mean, he had people around him to the point where it was just too many motherfuckers. He ended up getting robbed, man. His house ended up getting robbed or burglarized. Okay. That had to be somebody in his circle to set that up. Okay, Hugh Hefner didn't have that type of circle around him. You know what I'm saying? It's just different. You can't really compare the two. All right. Now, I'm not saying that he shouldn't be a player and have women around and shit like that, but I just think that he goes out of his way to impress these people, and he pays them stacks of money just to stay around. And I don't think that that's what Hugh Hefner was doing. I think that people just came around him because they wanted to be around him. I don't think that he paid any of the people that came around him. Maybe, I'm not saying that he didn't throw any money at some of the women and let them enjoy some of his money. I'm not saying that, but not to the level of what Floyd Mayweather does. You know, um, he needs to shrink his circle down a little bit. In my opinion. But he's a grown ass man. He's older than me. He could do whatever the fuck he wants to do. Okay, but it's only a matter of time before the shit catches up with him, man. You know what I mean? If I was him, I wouldn't speak on anything social because he doesn't know the right things to say. Okay? He just doesn't. He always puts his foot in his mouth. Lost a lot of fans over a lot of the shit that he said before in the past. Who knows? You know what I mean? Who knows what caused all this bullshit that he's going through right now? Okay? But it's like I say, if it's over the tiny situation, hey, I don't really feel too bad for him if something happened to him over that, because that's what you get, man. That's what you get. You can't be messing with other people's women like that, because you got men out there who aren't having that shit, man. They don't care that you're Floyd Mayweather. They don't care about your 50-0. They don't care about your 800, 900 million. They don't give a shit about none of that. You don't have that type of respect in the streets, okay? The streets don't give a fuck about none of that. They'll take you out quick, all right? So we'll see how the story develops, if anybody gets caught for this. But I'm glad that nobody lost their life. I will say that. And hopefully Floyd Mayweather can learn a lesson, man. That's my video. I'm out.